This is the Blisworth Tunnel, an engineering marvel with an incredible yet tragic story built with immense human cost. In the late 18th century, Britain was booming with ambition, a race to connect cities and towns by canals, the arteries of the Industrial Revolution. Among the grandest projects was the Blisworth Tunnel, intended to carry the Grand Junction Canal beneath the Northamptonshire countryside. At over 3,000 yards long, it would be one of the longest canal tunnels of its kind in Britain, a bold, monumental engineering challenge. Construction began in 1793, the very same year that the major canal expansion was booming. While other tunnels faced their own formidable challenges, Blisworth's story holds a particularly dramatic fate. In 1796, the earth gave way suddenly, swallowing men whole as the tunnel catastrophically collapsed. Accounts tell of desperate rescue attempts, navvies clawing through rubble, risking their own lives to save their comrades. But the earth was relentless and buried many. Among those lost were hard-working men, many young fathers, husbands and sons. Countless lives lost, their names erased from most records, but not from the sorrow of their families. Historians estimate around 14 men perished in the collapse and its aftermath. And that's part of the tragedy, cold statistics masking the real human cost. The living conditions for these workers were brutal. Navvies lived in cramped, makeshift camps, often miles from home. Their diet was poor, bread, cheese, sometimes salted meat, and the work was back-breaking and relentless. A typical day's work could be anywhere from 12 to 14 hours underground in damp, suffocating darkness. Illness was rampant. Cholera and other diseases tore through camps. Medical care was rudimentary or non-existent. Yet the navvies persevered, driven by desperate need for work, family obligations, and pride. After the collapse, work on Blisworth Tunnel halted. It wasn't until 1802 that engineers resumed construction, this time under the guidance of William Jessup, a man tasked with righting the previous mistakes. The redesign and rebuilding took another 3 years, but finally, in 1805, after more than a decade of toil, the Blisworth Tunnel was completed and open. At 3,076 yards, it was unmatched in its local impact, a marvel that still astonishes boaters today. But behind that marvel lies a deeper story, a story of sacrifice, men who never saw their work finished, families left to mourn in silence, and a harsh reminder that progress often comes with a human cost. Let us take a moment to make a comparison between the Blisworth Tunnel and the Crick Tunnel. Both started construction the same year, both had a major collapse the same year, and both had men who perished alive during the construction of these monumental mausoleums on the waterways. Their stories intertwined like the very canals themselves, a most poignant reflection of the cost of the industrial ambition of the time. Today, as boats glide quietly through Blisworth, it's easy to forget the blood and sweat that made this tunnel possible. But beneath the calm surface lies history etched in stone, the echoes of those who laboured, suffered and died to bring Britain's waterways to life. Their story is our reminder to honour their sacrifice, remember lost lives and appreciate the freedom that we inherit today.